My HR manager lied, mocked staff, and targeted us, so our whole team confronted the CEO. I'm a senior manager at a growing company. 2 years ago, each executive handled HR for their own team, but we had grown enough to hire a full-time HR manager. On paper, she looked great, with decades of experience. She hopped jobs every 2 years. We told ourselves that meant she was in demand. Then the stories started, and the mood changed fast. She lied, picked fights, and punished anyone who pushed back. She spoke to adults like they were kids. She slow-rolled simple tasks and blamed someone else. We told our CEO, but he either didn't see it or didn't want to. He said to work it out and focus on procedures, not tone. One day, she saw 2 employees heading out for lunch and shouted, "Don't make it a liquid lunch." One of them was in recovery. He thought she knew because HR handles his FMLA file. He went quiet and left red-faced. When his manager raised it with her, she first said it never happened. There were witnesses. Then she said she didn't remember but would apologize, and never did. Instead, she iced him out for a month and made snide comments about him. More scenes followed. She refused to speak to people who asked her not to use baby talk. She refused to explain why someone didn't qualify for an internal posting. She snapped when asked why a vacant role sat empty for 6 months. She even posted a job that wasn't open after the current holder said they were upset about missing a promotion. Later, she told managers a friend had tipped her off that the person planned to quit without notice. No one believed her. In staff meetings, she told us to act like adults and then repeated the same instructions like we were 5. She put bathroom signs with a threat about consequences. We'd never had bathroom problems. People avoided common areas. The worst part was the lying, and it was constant. When she didn't review resumes for a posted job, she claimed the senior manager had said the role could be phased out. He was furious. He'd said no such thing. She also claimed she'd cleared decisions with me, so people showed up in my doorway upset at things I had never said. We started keeping notes. We logged dates, times, and exact words. We sent calm emails to build a paper trail. Our CEO acted only when we could show proof in writing. If she denied getting a file, and we had an email where she was copied, he'd make a new policy and move on. He wouldn't address the insults or the lies. Morale dropped. A top performer asked me if she should start job hunting. I told her to hold off, to document, to come to me first. A group of us tried a direct approach. Senior execs met with the boss and laid out examples. He shrugged most of it off and latched onto one thing. It was the vacancy that sat for months. He said he'd review the resumes. HR walked him through a neat stack and said the market was dry for that part-time clerical role. Still, that role was filled the next week. A few other jobs moved fast too. For a short time, she kept to her office. We thought maybe we had a chance. Then she slipped back. She stood in a manager's doorway during a work talk and yelled, "What are you clowns doing in here?" She laughed. No one else did. After that, she got sneakier. Rumors moved in the halls. A respected manager swore HR was turning the boss against her. Meetings with him felt colder. Requests that used to get a quick yes now took weeks. By then, morale was the lowest I'd seen. People whispered in the parking lot. I told our group we had one last shot before good people started leaving. We planned a full meeting with the boss, not just senior staff. The most senior person set it up and told him the whole management team wanted to talk. HR was not invited. It blew up the second he walked in. He saw junior managers there and said we'd ambushed him. His voice rose. The manager who believed HR was targeting her snapped back. The 2 of them shouted. I said, "We didn't come here to fight. We need help." The yelling burned out. We went one by one, brief and specific. We said we couldn't get past this without him. He rubbed his face and said he'd step in. I didn't expect much, but he acted. He met with HR behind closed doors for an hour. After that, we saw changes. HR stayed in their lane and in their office. If they came to a department, it was because they had a reason and a meeting. She stopped the jokes and the freeze-outs. When managers asked for candidate files, they got them. When someone asked a fair question, they got a straight answer. Sometimes it was a quick, "I'll find out," and a reply the same day. The building felt quiet, in a good way. That was the break we needed. People lifted their heads again. 2 employees who had been thinking about leaving put away their resumes. The manager who felt targeted ran a clean process for a new hire. Now my team is saying leaving HR out made things messy. Was I out of line?